Howdy y'all, Brian S. Pratt here, author. So I just want to talk about my book, Help, I Don't Want to Live Here Anymore. It's my only non-fantasy book. It's actually a non-fiction book, but I did it as fiction simply because I didn't want my ex to sue me. But anyway, what it was, when I went through a bad time a while back and I lost custody of the kids, and my ex got him, though she never really wanted him before, which was really surprising to me that she fought for him so hard. And I was in a situation where everything just went bad, and yeah. Well, anyway, she got the kids, I didn't, and I moved to Oklahoma, and I was here in Oklahoma, and she was back in Washington. I'm not going to go into the whys and wherefores. That was a situation back in 2009. Anyway, my kids started calling me about all these terrible things that was happening to them. And I kept saying, talk to your counselors at school, talk to your therapist, talk. And they didn't. They talked to me. Well, I tried doing what I could over here, but if they talk to the kids and they're too scared to say anything and they don't say anything, well, then no one's going to do anything. So I figured, well, I'll just start writing. As I'm talking to them on the phone, I'm writing this stuff down. And all these different situations that they are telling me about. I have no first-hand knowledge of them. This is just what they told me over the phone. So I'm typing these out, and then after a while, I realized there's a whole lot of stuff here that I've been writing out. So I was in the midst of my publishing everything kind of sort of thing, and so I put these together and I put them online. And I think initially I charged $2.99 for it, both ebook and the paperback. I don't think the paperback's still going. Maybe it is, but anyway. So I put it online. Oh, my ex had a fit. She says, she went on there and started saying, this is a bunch of lies and this, that, and the other thing. And then people started really trashing her on there. And then, but I kept it up there because I had got messages from people who ran like halfway houses and people who ran foster homes, and they said that this book has helped some of their kids because it made them realize that what they went through wasn't just them, that other kids were going through this. And by letting them know that other kids were going through this, that it helped, So they would have those kids read this book, and then they could see that, their situation, my kid's situation maybe was worse than theirs, maybe it was better than theirs, but it helped those other kids know that they weren't alone, that it wasn't happening to just them. And if you're not alone, if you know it's not just you, then there's hope. You believe it can get better. You believe you can find a way to make your life worth living again. And so I kept it. And then one day, I can't tell you the circumstances, but my ex royally pissed me off. So I made the book free on as an ebook. And then boom, I just started downloading it. Everybody started reading it. Now I never named her, her boyfriend in the book. But yeah, anyone who knew me or the kids knew exactly who I was talking about. And as it happens, her dad and stepmom, who my kids call Papa and Tutu, they were totally on my side. They wanted me to have the kids. They supported me and everything else. But now, 2011, I moved back, and we got joint custody, week on, week off, which really sucked for the kids. I liked it because I had a free week where I could fly back to Oklahoma, do whatever I wanted to, not have to worry about the kids, but it sucked for them. And then that went on for, I think, 2 years. Maybe a year. And then all of a sudden the cops call me and says, okay, you got to take the kids because we're pulling them from your ex's house. And yeah, so she lost custody. I'm not going to say why. Let's just say that things happened and the situation in the house was bad. She had the choice of keeping the kids but getting rid of the boyfriend, but she kept the boyfriend. So I got the kids full time. And then she went back to visitations, which really didn't happen very much. She was always too stressed out or too tired. And yeah, so Help, I Don't Want to Live Here Anymore. I don't really talk about that book, but that's the basis of it and why it's there. Kids who are having issues, I've heard that it might help them, so I've left it. I've debated whether or not to pull it because it's not really part of my genre, you might say, and the times that it talks about is long past. But if it being there, if it could get in the hands of other kids that might realize that things are okay, that I'll keep it. So if you have any comments about it, let me know. If you've read it, let me know. I only mention this right now because, I keep track of Amazon sales really closely. Every other place has a hard time tracking, but Amazon's has a beautiful system for tracking sales and letting the author know what's happening. And the last 2 days, boom, I got a big download surge on these two. So I don't know what's going on with that. I've never gotten so many in such a short time. Usually I get like one a month. I got 3 today alone so far. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's the history and the reason for the book. The cover has has just a dirt road going through trees. That's just a lonely. I picked that one specifically because it was just a lonely road, and the kids were on a lonely road, far away from me, and they were trying to get back, and I was trying to get them back, and yeah, so that's what the road signifies. But they're adults now. They're all living near me. Mom's over in Arizona, like 1,600 miles away, and yeah, so. Kids might go through a hard time, but don't abandon them, and they'll come back to you. Y'all take care.